sister. Hi, sister. Well, hello. Welcome to Cal State Caregivers, and with this edition, I have brought a guest in. I am Denise with Cal State Caregivers, and this is my sister Sharon. And today we are going to have a talk about CBDs and your health, and we're going to walk through how to make CBDs and show you the way that we're figuring it out. So, with that said, I just would like to allow my sister a minute to tell us about her journey with CBDs. And you started about 6 weeks ago, really consistently taking CBDs?
Yeah, I have a possible thyroid cancer, a 50% chance of thyroid cancer, so they're going to take half of it out and biopsy it. So, but I wanted to get in front of the problem, so we discussed the amount of CBDs that I take, and you started me off really low and slow. Started off like a drop or two 3 times a day, and now I'm up to a whole dropper, which is, 10 drops, 6 times a day.
Okay, really good. So for those of you that don't know at home, the reason I started my sister off at 1 or 2 drops is because the bottle that I put her on was 2,500, and that is 250 milligrams in each dropper full. And so what that would look like would be like about this. And so 250 milligrams is too much when you're not taking it very often. However, because we were concerned with pathology, we decided that it would be best to start with a higher product and a really low dose, so that your receptors start to get used to it and we can up the dose quicker. Mm-hmm. And I know you also have some issues with arthritis. Mm-hmm. And have you noticed that by taking CBDs you've had a change in the arthritis as well?
I have. I usually manage it with wheatgrass, and I just haven't had the time to juice it and freeze it and take it out. And so, it's not a huge process, but sometimes you just don't have any time. And the CBDs are just so much more convenient for me so I found out that it's working for my arthritis. I just haven't really had any problems with it. I was starting to have a little bit of problems with it because I wasn't doing my wheatgrass, and I started doing the CBDs, and I have no problems with it at all.
Awesome. How about sleep and energy levels? Have you noticed any difference in your ability to...
Mm-hmm. The CBDs definitely give you more energy, and you have to try different brands to find out what is going to work the best in your body. What you can tolerate the best, but it really does give you a lot of energy.
Do you mean brands or do you mean doses?
I mean doses, sorry.
That's okay. Just wanted to clarify.
Yeah.
Because everybody's body is different, so if you don't really have a lot of issues, maybe you're just dealing with some pain in your body, maybe a little anxiety, stress from work, you probably are going to start feeling significant differences at about 75 to 150 milligrams of CBDs a day. Someone who has more serious issues generally needs higher doses. You might start noticing a difference somewhere between 150 and 300 milligrams a day. Your body tops out for a grown adult at 1,500 milligrams of CBDs a day. So that means anywhere in the range of 100 milligrams and 1,500 milligrams taken throughout your day is not going to be too much for you. It will be if you're not used to it. So we build up really, really slow. Most people are going to find some success in dealing with chronic pain issues and more serious debilitating pathologies. Probably more in the higher ranges. 300, 500 milligrams is not unheard of. So, with that being said, if you have any questions or you would like to make a comment, you are welcome to leave them at the bottom of the video, and I will read them and get back to you. And let's make some CBDs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
So, yeah. Today, what we have is some CBD that we've already put. So this is an isolate that is not already crushed. Oftentimes when you get the isolate, it's already in a powder form. So you won't really need to do this step, but just in case, I like to take and put a plastic bag between wax paper, and I'm just gonna crush it really slow to get it really refined. Once you refine your CBD isolate, it's going to look really thin like snowflakes. So, what I want to do next is I'm going to put these CBDs, and you need a scale that measures in milligrams. I lost the other half of my CBD crew. She'll be back. So we're gonna just pour these in here. Where's our little, here we are. And this tincture is going to be a 1500 milligram tincture, which means that each dropful is 150 milligrams. I really like this bottle for beginners because it allows you to break down the number of CBDs that you're getting and into a lower dose, so you know. A whole bottle, a whole dropper is 150, a half a dropper is 75, a third of a dropper is 25. So if you're just taking 5 drops, you're probably really close to 5 milligrams, which is a great place for beginners to start. The numbers are usually a little bit over. I never really worry about getting right on the dot. It's 1,504 milligrams that this bottle is going to end up being. I have this little, I get these little bottles, Amazon, I think $8.99. These little funnels, Amazon, I think they were $4 or $5. You get 8 of them.
And the color of the bottle is important. You want that nice amber color because light starts to degrade different products. So when you put it in the amber colored bottles, it helps to keep that from happening.
So we're just going to pour this CBD into this bottle. Now, you are welcome to use different, whatever oil you prefer. Avocado oil, grapeseed oil, olive oil. These are all really great options. Coconut oil. The thing about coconut oil is you have to keep it in a warmer area, otherwise it's gonna solidify, and that's really hard to use in a tincture form. So what I'm gonna use is MCT coconut oil. This is an organic oil that is basically fractionated coconut oil, and I'm gonna put that in here. And I'm just going to fill this bottle up. And you'll notice, you can see as it gets closer to the top, sometimes you just have to lift the funnel up a little bit. And then what we have for you here is, once you've put your oil, once you've got your bottle and your oil, you're going to shake it up real good, and it's going to be really cloudy.
Does it look cloudy?
Can you see that, clouds? I'm not sure you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very, very cloudy. And so then I'm going to take some hot water. My sister loves getting rocks from the beach, so she gets these little rocks, and we put the rocks in there so that when you put the bottles in, they don't fall over. We're going to leave that bottle in hot water. And then this is a bottle that she just took out. And as you can see, there's pretty much no crystals left in there. It's not cloudy at all. And that is how you make a CBD tincture. And there you go. So for someone who's first time user, I would say start with about right here, just the tip. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So just right at where the wide opening starts to open is a great place for you to begin your journey with CBDs. If you have any questions about today's episode of CBDs, please feel free to email at dneice36@gmail.com, or you can find me on Facebook, or you can find me on Instagram, and I will put links in the bottom. And it was a pleasure having you today. Goodbye.